Rachel, but there's a girl in the gardens. If it looks like I've been crying, it's because I laugh so hard every time I try to film one of those intros that I was literally crying real tears. I'm in my 30s and I've never made YouTube videos or anything like that, so for me it just seems silly to be like, hey guys. So that's why I die laughing every time. Anyway, today I'm going to be planting some shade plants in our front yard. First up, we have these double blue Harmony Anemones. That's so hard for me to say usually. Let me see if I can find the one with the plant tag. So, long story short, I bought these a while ago and they just needed to be planted and I haven't gotten around to it. They'll be alright. They'll be alright, but they could look a lot better. Anyway, so we're going to try to get them planted today. So this is Harmony Double Blue Anemone. It's a Monrovia plant, so that means you can get it, I think, at Lowe's. It says it gets 8 to 12 inches tall and 6 to 10 inches wide, and it blooms in the spring, and it's hardy down to negative 20 degrees. So that's way colder than we get. We're zone 7. I think negative 20 would be, I don't even want to guess, but something way lower, like a 3. And there's the other one. I can go ahead and snip off that bloom because that's spent, and I'm just gonna snip it all the way down at the bottom. I'll probably clean these up a little bit more once they're planted, but that was driving me nuts. And then I have 2 of these Harmony Double White Anemones, the same as the blue ones, like this. Aren't those pretty? And I love a double bloomer too. It says, dwarf selection with huge double blossoms makes a colorful potted plant and can be planted outdoors for further enjoyment. Well, perfect, because that's what I'm doing. Bright green, deer-resistant foliage. Deer resistance is huge for some people. There's a girl who follows me on Instagram, Maggie, who asked about deer-resistant plants, and the tag says that this is another good one that deer won't eat. So thank you for the question, and you might want to add this one to your list. If you watched the video where I planted shade plants with the hostas and the coral bells, these are more coral bells. This one says it's a Carnival Rose Granita coral bells, like the ones I planted in the backyard. They get 10 to 12 inches tall and 12 to 14 inches wide, and they bloom in the summer. I've never had a coral bells. I'm really excited to see them bloom. They're hardy down to negative 30. So again, not gonna guess, but that's really cold. And then this one, it looks the same, but this one says that it is a Carnival Cocomint Coral Bells. They look the same, but I'm excited to see if this one is this bright green color on the tag or if it's this red color. Now this is called a Guacamole Hosta, or Hosta Guacamole. I'm not sure how you would say that. Isn't that leaf gorgeous? They're kind of ready to be planted. You can tell by the roots coming out of the bottom of the can. These specifically get 22 to 36 inches tall. So that's 3 feet tall. That's amazing. I've never seen a hosta like that. And then you have to space them almost 2 feet apart. And these are hardy down to negative 40. So that's exciting if you live in a super cold zone. Next we have probably my favorite, this forbidden fruit hosta, because the yellow is so pretty. I love everything about this one. Also a perennial, hardy down to negative 40 degrees, and this one gets 2 feet tall, 20 to 24 inches tall, and you space these 2 to 3 feet apart from each other. I like color, and I like to have bright things in all spots of the garden, so even in a shady area I like to find things like this with that really bright yellow. And last but not least, we have 2 Ostrich Ferns, which I realize I don't have the tag for, but it's supposed to get like 72 inches tall. It can get 72 inches tall, so that is 6 feet. That's crazy. And I'm really excited because we have a big wide open space that we're trying to fill up. I should mention that the space that we are trying to fill up is below 2 maple trees, and it's really hard to plant things supposedly under maple trees. I've never tried it, but I think that these will have a shot. I googled it, and these were some of the suggested plants to do, at least the hostas and the ferns. And the coral bells, I feel like no big deal. The anemones, I'm not worried about. We're just gonna see. If it doesn't work, it's not the end of the world. We'll just move on with our lives. Okay, so let's go plant. So right now I'm just trying to position a general idea of where I want these plants to go. But again, because it's under these huge maple trees, we might have to rearrange just depending on what kind of roots we hit, because I don't want to mess with the roots too badly if I can help it, so I don't kill the tree. I love these trees. I'm grateful for them, and I don't want to harm them. I also don't want this bare dirt patch anymore. The city dug up that entire section that you just saw because they had to do some maintenance on the water line, and what they backfilled it with was just terrible compared to our dirt that we have in the backyard. Okay, it is looking really good. My husband got up here and dug these holes really quickly, so I am just really grateful to have him. I'm going to be doing all the planting and putting a little bit of Espoma Biotone starter fertilizer in each hole, and then filling it with garden soil so that it will have something better to live on than this rocky dirt. We have new neighbors moving in, and I want to be respectful of their privacy. So I'm just going to plant these, and I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. Okay, so I've got everything planted, and it looks pretty good. We have one of the ostrich ferns here, the double blue harmony anemone, the double white harmony anemone, and the same thing here. Another ostrich fern, the forbidden fruit hosta, and the guacamole hostas, and then the two coral bells plants are right here. So we're not going to water right now because it is supposed to dump rain. I don't know how we avoided it this whole time. If it doesn't rain tonight, then we'll just come out and water in the morning. And I'm not going to mulch it because the maple trees won't like that. You're not supposed to put mulch over their roots. So we're just going to see how this works out. My plan is hopefully these plants will get big enough to just take over, and we don't need the grass, and it'll kill out the weeds and be its own natural weed suppressor. Anyway, I thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to showing you how this develops over the summer. Bye!